Here, there have been more warnings today that the NHS could be heading for another winter crisis. The Health Secretary made the startling admission that family doctors are, in his words, knackered because of overwork. And health experts do fear that hospitals could be overwhelmed by an outbreak of flu, as our political correspondent Libby Vina reports.
Back to full health after her throat infection last week, the Prime Minister was today trying to publicise a new organ donation scheme. But it's the bigger picture that's worrying NHS doctors and nurses, with predictions of a new winter crisis looming. It's not something he was keen to talk about. Morning, Health Secretary. You've got nurses leaving the NHS in droves. What are you going to do about the crisis in nursing? So many of them are leaving, and the people from the EU aren't wanting to come here anymore. What are you going to do about that? This doesn't augur well for this winter, does it? Another crisis coming?
Hiya.
Hi, how are you?
Nice to see you.
But later in his speech to GPs, he acknowledged there were problems.
Too many of the GPs that I meet are knackered. They are often feeling at the end of their tether. They feel that they're on a hamster wheel of 10-minute appointments, 30 to 40 every day.
He promised cash incentives to tempt doctors into general practice, but few were won over.
Why should we believe what you're saying today when you weren't listening then?
Many GPs appear to see Jeremy Hunt's remedies for the NHS's problems as merely a sticking plaster that won't solve anything and won't help prevent another winter crisis.
Until it's translated into making the job that we all desperately want to do and can do and don't get ill trying to do, then words mean nothing.
It's whether or not this money can make a difference before, and the extra GPs that we're going to recruit can make a difference before we get to the point where general practice collapses.
The latest figures for A&E waiting times are also alarming. The government's target is for 95% of patients to be seen in A&E within 4 hours. Last month, just 89.7% were seen that quickly, making it the worst September since targets were introduced. Consultants are also warning about a potentially devastating flu outbreak, similar to a recent epidemic in Australia.
So they've had over 250% more cases and probably double the amount of fatalities as they had last year. So it's going to be a very serious problem if the flu stays the same with the same consequences here.
If it is as serious as forecast, routine operations are likely to be cancelled right across the NHS. Libby Vina, ITV News, Liverpool.